Welcome to Council Connection. I'm Councilman Pete Rubino. This is my latest edition. We're going to once again visit a number of businesses in St. Clair Shores. We're going to start on the south end at a business that's been serving sandwiches for over 40 years. No, not Bomberitos. We're going to Uncle Harry's. Well, here we are, Uncle Harry's legendary spot on the south side with Mr. Rick Meltzer. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
All right. You know, it's funny, Rick. I've actually run in, there's a lot of new people moving to the city. I've run into people they've never heard of Uncle Harry's.
Okay.
And it's mostly on the north end, but
Right.
How long have you been around?
Been here 42 years.
42 years.
Yes. Yeah.
How'd you start?
My dad got out of a previous business that he had for 45 years in Detroit, Men's Health Club. And then he was retired. And then in 77, he decided to do a little something, and he opened up this, Uncle Harry's Deli. So, and I was 15 at the time when I started.
50, I won't ask how old you are now.
58 this month, so that's good.
Oh, good, good. You're older than me. That's always good.
There you go.
So, what gave you guys the idea to start a deli on the east side?
We have family that used to be in the deli business, like way back, like Darby's and Boesky's, and my dad's brother was in the deli business, so we always had kind of that in the family tree. So my dad wanted to give it a try, so it's worked out real well for us. So.
And 40-some years ago, there couldn't have been too many delis on the east side.
We were the only ones. That's why we called ourselves the first West Side Deli on the east side. That's what we called ourselves, yeah. That was on the front of the building, so, yeah.
Well, one of the things I love about this place is all the history on all the walls. It looks like family's important, Uncle Harry's.
Oh, yeah, very much so, yeah.
So.
And that's kind of, you know, my pride, too. I keep the legacy going. I keep my dad's honor going, you know, plus all the good food, you know.
Absolutely.
Everything that he taught me, so I still do the same thing that we did 42 years ago to this date. So, you know, we cook our own corned beef, our own fresh turkeys, you know, still making Grandma Meltzer's cabbage soup every day. And
wait, hold on. So you're actually making your own corned beef?
Yes.
And you're not buying turkey lunch meat?
No, not real fresh turkey breasts. We roast them in the oven every day. So
great.
Yep.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
And well, you mentioned the soups. I have a favorite, one that I can't get anywhere else.
Okay.
That's the matzo ball.
Oh
soup.
yeah, yeah.
So,
yeah, it's a good soup. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a silly question.
Yes.
What's a matzo ball?
Matzo ball is like a dumpling made out of matzo meal, eggs, and oil.
Matzo meal.
Matzo
so it's
meal.
like
it's a heavier grade flour.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a wheat flour.
All right.
Yeah.
I knew it was sort of dumpling, but you know,
exactly.
I never knew exactly
right,
what it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, what do you think you probably know. What's your number one seller?
I would probably say corned beef sandwiches. It's either the corned beef, Swiss cheese, coleslaw, and Russian, or the Reuben's a huge seller. You know, the one with sauerkraut, cheese, and Russian, and then grilled. And that's even had a few write-ups about being the best.
My kids, your first version,
right?
That's their favorite, and they call it a Reuben.
Right, okay.
Now, my wife's the other one with the sauerkraut.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can remember. What's the Adele?
That's the Adele. That's the corned beef, Swiss cheese, and coleslaw and Russian dressing.
All right. What's the one with the pastrami and corned beef?
That's number 6. That's Donna.
Donna.
Yeah. And they're all named after family members.
All right. That's what I was going to ask.
Yes.
It's a big family.
Oh, a huge family.
Because there's a lot of sandwiches
a lot of
there.
Sandwiches. 22 of them. Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. So, your father started.
Correct.
And you took over the business?
Right, after he passed in 93.
93?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's also, didn't I see some famous people on the walls here?
Well, we used to cater parties for them when they used to entertain at Entertainment Center, Premier Center on Van Dyke.
The Premier Center?
Yes.
Wow, that's going back there,
in the 80s. Yeah.
Yes.
But we used to send food, you know, back in the VIP room for the stars. And that's how we get the famous pictures up front.
Very neat.
Oh yeah.
Very neat.
So Uncle Harry's been doing a lot of good over the years. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you mentioned the sandwiches, and you hit right off the bat with my kid's favorite.
Right.
What about the desserts? Because that's another fave. My son,
Right.
every time
Well,
he's making me.
I make my grandma's homemade coconut cream pie, chocolate cream pie, Dutch apple pie, all from scratch, made daily. Still make them the way, because my grandma used to work here many years ago, my mom's mom.
Yes.
And that's who taught me how to make the pies. So
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you got to be working hard if you're making all that stuff from scratch.
Yeah, but you know, after years, it comes pretty easy. You know what I mean? It's like part of your routine. So, you know, and plus I enjoy it still.
Right.
And that's the big plus factor. You know, it isn't work if you enjoy it that much.
Right.
You know, and I enjoy. It isn't just the fact of, you know, having a business here. It's the fact of people enjoying what you're doing here.
Right.
You know what I mean? They enjoy the food and it's just. I mean, that's what warms my heart. You know what I mean? Just satisfying everybody. Yeah.
And it's not just, you know, it's not some big place you're going into and you're getting some frozen food and this and that.
Oh no, right.
It's a nice, cozy
family atmosphere. Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I even have, you know, customers' wedding pictures on the wall. I got their baby pictures on the wall. You know, we're on our 4th generation of customers here.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and sometimes all 4 generations, like the holidays, all 4 of them come in here to enjoy you know, people coming in from out of town and such. They all come to Uncle Harry's.
You got to go to
multiple
Uncle Harry's.
times. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's wonderful. Some people right from the airport come here.
Oh,
Last
that's
night we
awesome.
had people come from Florida they were vacationing. Before they even went home, they came to Uncle Harry's.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, you know, that's my reward.
Right.
You know,
and
I enjoy that.
You do it to make a living, but that's got to add to the.
Oh, it really adds to the factor. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big time. Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you've been to Uncle Harry's, make sure you come back in and see Rick. And if you haven't been here yet, first West Side Deli on the east side. Is that how it goes?
That's how it goes. There you go.
And give it a shot. I know once my kids find out that I was here, I'm going to probably have to be here this weekend.
Right, and have some lunch.
Yes.
There you go. Sounds great.
Thank you, Mr. Meltzer.
Thank you.
And our next stop, we're going to go down Harper a bit and visit another business that's been around for decades, Lakeland Manor. Here we are. It's our next spot. We're here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. James Nera.
The truth.
The truth. Been here on Harper Avenue in Lakeland for
43 years this month.
43 years.
Yep.
What made you get into the banquet catering business?
My mom, years ago, was in the banquet business with our Lebanese church downtown.
Okay.
And she did all the cooking, her and all her lady friends. And she was considered one of the best cooks for Lebanese food. And she always just pushed us, you know, into the food. And then my brother bought a banquet hall in Warren. He had it for years. And then Lakeland Manor came available. And with Mom's help, I purchased it in '76, my wife Sandra and I, and we worked it. And we're still here.
Awesome. And it wasn't quite the same when you bought it, was it?
Oh no, it had red carpet and brown paneling, and it had a mace behind the bar, and it was, we added the 15 feet in the foyer and 20 feet to the north, and we literally gutted it, moved the bar, put all fresh ladies' room and men's room. We just redid the whole thing, put all cement parking lot, and the city was very, very good with me, helping me, you know, make all these moves.
Of course they were. But I was only a little tyke back then, so it wasn't me helping you. It was.
I'm not even going to go there, old timer.
So what? All right. Of course, it's a banquet hall. You do weddings. You
Right.
do wakes.
We
You,
do
what
weddings,
else?
showers, wakes. We do a catered out business, you know, where we'll come to the home and do everything. And like I say, our mainstay is in the hall, you know, but we do quite a bit of catered out now.
Okay.
And you know, we have specialties like during the year, like next month we got our Easter brunch, and we're redoing the menu considerably. We're coming out with some, you know, new stuff on the menu, and I think everybody will enjoy it.
So what? You've been doing that for a while, haven't you? The Easter brunch.
I've been doing the Easter brunch for Got to be 30 years.
30 years.
Something. Yeah, I think
Good.
so. 25, 30 years.
That's awesome.
You know, I forget things.
So what are we going to have?
Well, we're going to have a prime rib and carving stations and ham, and we're going to do a real special shrimp dish that my chef Paul created. It's amazing. It's a really good dish. We're going to naturally have cod and shrimp and naturally the beef and all the pastas and the chicken, boneless, skinless chicken. We're going to have 3 kinds, a variety of that, and we have our Paul makes a great redskin potato O'Brien. And we have a waffle station where yours truly will be making waffles and omelets. And it's a lot of fun. It is. It's a fun day, believe it or not. I mean, everybody that walks up to the line, you know how I am. I love kibitzing with people, and so it's a nice thing.
Good.
I like it.
Great. So, all right, so if I want, all right, I'm not, I'm going to have a family gathering, and I need something. Can I call Lakeland and have them make trays of food and
Absolutely.
things like that?
Absolutely, yeah. Just I need 24 to 30 hours, within reason, and we'll have it for you. And then I'll send it over, or you can pick it up, whatever you need.
Okay, awesome.
We have no problem. Pete, we do a lot of fundraisers for different organizations in the city. Okay, and we try to help as much as we can for that. Like I said, we've been here 43 years, and I've never said no. Anybody, or any fundraiser, or anything, whatever they need, we've always been here for them. That's kind of I'm very proud of that we've always been here to help. Whatever, whoever needs fundraisers and things of that nature, we do it.
I've been to a number. I know the school, Lakeview's been here.
Lakeview, yeah. In fact, now lately we've been doing a lot of father-daughter dances and mother-son dances, which is really. It's really neat. I mean, it's really nice. And next week we have some Lakeview parties. Like I said, we try to give back as much as we can, and we try to do as much as possible for the community and the people. And there isn't too much. Very seldom do you get a no from me or my daughter.
Absolutely.
Very seldom.
I've been to a number of them here, and it's funny. Something that we haven't touched on is your food's pretty good.
I think so.
I mean, for not being an Italian, you make the second best pasta I've ever had.
And you make the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right. Well, let me tell you something. My wife is 100% Sicilian. I'm 100% Lebanese.
That explains everything.
All right, and when Sandra started here, her sauces, I mean, you had to do her sauce the way it is. And my chef, Paul, who's here today, carries on her legacy and stepped it up a little bit. Our bolognese sauce, 3 days he cooks it.
Yes.
Yep.
He one time I stopped by and he explained how he did it, and
yeah, that's why you think
process.
That's why you think yours is the best.
Yeah,
now.
well, I let it cook for 8 hours in one day. I don't split it up. Anyway, you got Chef Paul here and Kelly.
Yes, there's Kelly Crock, Chef Paul, chef's the head man in the kitchen. Kelly is one of my managers. To be honest with you, what Kelly and Paul do is they walk behind me, and all my mistakes they clean up. If you want to know the truth of the matter,
So they're busy.
I'm always
They're really busy.
Yes, Pete, they really are. Paul, like I said, Paul's been with me, and he's very good at what he does. He's on top of it. He does it all. Kelly, the same thing. Customers have problems, or when they come in, she'll make sure everything is set up properly with the bride, the family. Make sure the head table. She kind of make sure everything runs smooth on the floor. They keep me in the back now because old age set in, and either I can't hear you or I talk loud. That's what my daughter tells me. So they're here with me, and they've been with me. Hopefully they'll be with me for a while.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, they're really good people. And,
what's an advantage you have over some of your competitors?
Well, Lakeland Manor is a one-room facility. So when you have a function at Lakeland, you're the only one in the building, and your food's fresh because we're only cooking for you.
Gotcha.
Not that anybody else doesn't serve fresh food, but we, tend to do it a little bit better.
All right. Mr. Nera,
Mr. Rubino,
thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Chef Paul, Kelly, thank you.
Pleasure.
I must say one thing, though. I've been here 43 years.
Yes.
The administration right now is amazing.
All right. Next stop, we're going up Harper. We're gonna go visit a jeweler that's been there for a while, Michael Nello. Here we are at our next stop, Michael Nello Jewelers. We're on Harper Road, just north of 13 Mile. Mr. Nello, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Great seeing you, Pete.
Awesome. Now, it's funny, a few years back I was in here. First time I was ever in here, you redid my wife's wedding ring.
Oh, wonderful.
She loved it.
Well, I can see what would be the first time because we've only been serving St. Clair Shores, serving their jewelry needs for 44 years. So,
yes, I was a little shocked but you know what? It takes money to buy jewelry. So.
Nah, not here it doesn't.
44 years.
Yes.
And not only
A
that,
lifetime.
you go way back in the city. You're a North Shore, Kennedy, Lake Shore graduate.
My parents still live on Brookdale, where we moved there right after I was born, 1955. So,
wow.
yes.
Well, you just told your age.
Always been a hometown boy.
Awesome.
Never moved much.
So, you've been in this business for the same amount of time or longer?
No, I have been in the business for 44 years. This has actually been my store. It's been Michael Nello Jewelers for almost 22 years now.
Okay.
My first part of this time was running the store for Albert Ahey Jewelers.
Gotcha. You're a young man. What makes you get into the jewelry business?
My entire life has been guided by God, and I really know that it's Him who put me in all those different situations that I've been in. My sister, which people may know, my sister Sherry was Miss St. Clair Shores in 1972 and Miss Michigan in 1973.
So she got all the looks in the family.
She did. And actually, my other sister, Kathy, who you know, is very attractive too. So my sister's crown broke. The only jeweler she could find to fix it was Albert Ahey. She then introduced me to Albert Ahey. Sometime later, my older sister Kathy said, I want to go buy myself something. Go with me to the jewelry store. I went with my sister Kathy to the store. The owner says, school starts pretty soon, huh? I said, no, I'm not going back to Central Michigan this year. And he said, you want to work for me? I said, no, not interested in doing this. Come on, give it a try. See what you think. Try it. And so my temporary job, this is still my temporary job. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I grow up yet. But for now, this is where God wants me to be.
Gotcha. Well, it's a great business, beautiful building. As a jeweler, I mean, is there a specialty? Is there?
Really, we'll back up and talk about when you said beautiful building. I purposely bought the plaza some years back because I wanted to invest back into St. Clair Shores. When everybody else was moving north, in maybe a more lucrative place, no, I'm staying where my roots are. I'm staying in St. Clair Shores. I'll keep reinvesting in St. Clair Shores, and that's what I chose. Now come inside the store and we talk about what we have here. I have, in my opinion, brought St. Clair Shores to the world of jewelry and the world of jewelry to St. Clair Shores. I shop all over, looking for the coolest styles I can ever find. And it's why most people are shocked when they walk in and they see the kind of merchandise we have, and they're like, wow,
right.
I never expected to see that. That's what I like.
Yes, it's definitely all high end.
No, it's not this all high end.
No?
Geez, we go down all the way to an Alex and Ani bracelet that's $28.
That's true.
So I go from $28 to I have a ring on my desk that's about $250,000 customer cost on my desk right now. So I run the full gamut. Everything anybody could want, we have it here. And we'll treat you the same if you're looking for that $28 bracelet, or if you're looking for something for $280,000, you're still golden for us.
Gotcha.
It really, and even, when you start talking about designers, I really hunt not just for the designers that maybe we know that name, the generic designer. That's not what I'm after. I'm after somebody that makes something unique and I can offer a value to my customers that's like nothing they can find anywhere.
Right.
And then my favorite designer is Michael Nello. Oh wait, that's me.
Well, it's pretty good because, like I said, you took two of my wife's rings and put them together and made one beautiful ring.
It's what I like doing the best. I'm a 3-time national award-winning designer.
Wow.
I've only entered 3 contests. I've won all 3 in New York, Best in Show twice, and I decided
Wow.
I decided never to enter another contest because I'm already at the top. I can only lose now. I don't want to lose.
Well, speaking of contests, you were ranked 2018, what, best place to buy?
The best place to buy rings for your wedding, right in the for the best in the Click on Detroit contest. We did not solicit customers for that. They just went out and picked us. Although my sister Kathy is a great ambassador for us, I think she did solicit a couple people to help us out. you know.
Gotcha. So something that I like is I like watches, and I feel bad because I didn't wear the watch that I actually bought here.
So
I won't show
is
this
yours
one.
even keeping time then? Ours all keep perfect time.
So what do you want the people of St. Clair Shores to know about Michael Nello that we might not know?
Interesting question. Something we may not know. Well, one thing people may not know is they're always welcome to come here on a Thursday when I cook for my entire staff and any customer or any vendor who pops in on a Thursday. We have some pretty amazing meals here on Thursdays, and everyone's welcome to enjoy that. But really, when it comes to jewelry, and you may not know, I don't want to be the hidden gem, but we really are. And I want people to come in here and feel so relaxed
Pun
and comfortable.
intended.
Yes, pun totally intended. But a lot of people are intimidated by a jewelry store, and we really think we take that intimidation away. The girls that work here are absolutely awesome. They are so good. I can't tell you how many times when they're selling an engagement ring, they end up getting asked to the wedding. And Vito, who works for it, once got asked to stand up in a couple's wedding. They fell in love with her.
Geez.
I mean, and this is just the way we are.
That's great.
We love our customers. I love to offer ridiculous prices on things because to me, it's really not just about the money. The money is a means that, one, we can support ourselves, but two, it's a means of being able to give things away.
Well, one of the themes that every business has been, it's not about the money, it's about the love of the business, the love of
Absolutely.
the community. And you know what? You've been great to this community. So many events you've donated to and donated your time. You always got the best costumes at Halloween in the park. So
Wait till next year.
It's very much appreciated. So if you need some jewelry, make sure you come by and you see Michael Agnello, Harper Road, north of 13 Mile. And thank you for everything you do.
Such a pleasure. Thank you for what you all do.
Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this version of my Council Connection. As always, remember, shop the shores whenever possible. We have anything and everything you need right here in our great city. If you need to get a hold of me, remember, you can always email me or call me on my cell phone, 586-770-2695. Thanks again and have a great day.